GCSE Physics. Welcome. Are you excited for a fun learning session? Make sure you have your book and a pen before we start. Today you are going to learn about acceleration. Acceleration. Acceleration is the change in velocity per unit of time. The lines in distance, time graph was straight because the speed was steady. During acceleration the lines are curved because the speed is changing. The units for acceleration is meters per second squared. This gives the increase in the speed of the object every second. For example, a car that is acceleration at 10 meters per second is increasing in speed at 10 meters per second every second. This means that in the first second the car moves at 10 meters per second and in the second second it moves at 20 meters per second. To find the acceleration of an object, use the equation: acceleration equals the change in velocity divided by the time taken. Deceleration can be calculated using the same equation, but the acceleration will be negative. Calculating deceleration is worked out using the same equation. This graph shows a dog deceleration from 10 meters per second to 1 meter per second in 3 seconds. What is the deceleration? Find the change in velocity by subtracting the final velocity from the initial velocity and divide this by the time. When we factor in distance, we use a whole new equation. Final velocity squared minus the initial velocity square is equal to 2 times the acceleration multiplied by the distance. This can be rearranged to work out any part of the equation. A cyclist accelerates from 3 meters per second to 10 meters per second with an acceleration of 3 meters per second squared. How far did she travel while accelerating? To find the distance, rearrange as shown and then substitute the numbers into the equation. Here distance equals the final velocity squared minus the initial velocity squared, all divided the acceleration multiplied by 2. This gives 10 squared minus 3 squared divided by 2 times 3. This gives 100 minus 9 divided by 6, which gives an answer of 15.17 meters per second squared. You must remember your units. To find the acceleration, rearrange the equation to give acceleration equals final velocity squared minus initial velocity squared divided by 2 times the distance. Completing the equation using the data from the question gives the steps shown. Remember to include units. As an object falls, it accelerates. This is due to g-force, or the force of gravity acting on the object. On Earth, g-force is 9.8 meters per second squared. This is often rounded to 10 meters per second squared. However, in reality, air resistance, friction, wind or other factors affect this. So, when you are answering questions, you should ignore friction unless told not to.